We're very fortunate this Shabbat not only to have this beautiful musical Kabbalat Shabbat that we were just treated to, such an ta'anug, as we say in the tradition, a delight for our souls, a ta'anug hanashama, a delight for our souls. But we are also have a wonderful guest, Darshanit. We have a wonderful guest who is going to share some words of Torah. And I want to really, before turning it over to Rabbi Rebecca Weintraub, I want to just say a word to her. She's been in our community now for 2 years. The first time I met her, she was on a farm in Israel. And so we had to Skype into the interview to meet each other. Now we're kind of saying goodbye and thank you again. We've moved from Skype to Zoom. So that's, of course, it's an Olim Biktusha. We have, in essence, gone to a higher level of sanctity. It has been such a gift to have you in our community for these past 2 years, doing so many different things and involved in so many aspects of our community. You've touched the lives of so many people. As I look around this Zoom, or as I look around the community, Becca, you've been a part of all kinds of programs and events. You've worked with the Wisdom Project. You've worked with our senior members. You've worked with Linda Skolnick closely on Hineni Connecting Team and making sure that everyone is cared for in our community during this time of COVID, organizing so much. You've taught in our Yad program, in our religious school. You've come on Shabbat and offered drashot and led all kinds of programs. And last year, when you got to come a little bit more in person on Shabbat, it was such a gift to have you and Jeremy stay with us for Shabbat and have you in the community and share so many wonderful Shabbatot together. We are been just blessed to have had you in our community and for sharing yourself, your neshama, your shirah, your soul, and all the kinds of things that you have brought us. It has truly been a matana. We want to give you a little book of some Rashi teachings that I'm going to hand to you from the community. And there it is. Magic. As a way of just saying thank you as you make your way to BJ, we're very excited for you and hope to hear great things and look forward to staying in touch. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rabbi Lerner. It has been such a pleasure, and I will just share a few short words of Torah I always find in these moments it's very hard to capture the feeling and the gratitude in words. So I know the words will fall short, but Torah often feels like the best of words in these moments. So I want to share a midrash that I love, and it has such a beautiful image in it. And that midrash comes from Midrash Tanchuma. And the image that they give us is of two merchants. And each of the merchants have merchandise. And they find themselves traveling together. And one is holding beautiful silk. And the other is holding delicious pepper, the spice of pepper. And they turn to each other and they say, wow, what you have is so beautiful. Do you want to switch? And so they decide that they'll switch. And one of the merchants takes the pepper and the other takes the silk. And the Midrash tells us that they each then are holding the other one's item, but then they no longer have the item they had originally held. And then it goes on to say, but that's not the case with Torah. If we have a person who's learned the laws of agriculture, and we have a person who's learned the laws of holidays, and the two share their Torah, then the first still holds their Torah, but gets to hold the Torah of the other. And the other still holds her Torah and is while holding that of the other. And it's an incredible image of what it is to share an object that is not just an object, but an idea of something that we can give away while still holding. And that's exactly what I was thinking about when I was thinking about what we and I have experienced over the past 2 years. And so I feel so blessed to be taking both the literal and I'd say metaphorical Torah that I've learned from each of you with me. And I also just wanted to, it's amazing. I was thinking about all of the opportunities I've had, all of the growth and the learning. And I speak about this Torah as not just Torah in learning the laws of something, which I feel that I have learned with all of you, but also the Torah of life. And so just thinking about our Shabbatot, and I'll go through a little bit of the list that Rabbi Lerner did too, but it feels important as I look at the screen and I see different people that these really represent all the people. It really represents all of you. And I feel like I will be taking all of you with me on my journey. And I'm so grateful for the Torah that you've given me over my time with you. And so just thinking about Shabbats with the Levin Lerner family and with Bamba, before Bamba and after Bamba, has been such a treat for me and for Jeremy. Working with the entire Emunah staff and clergy in a huge time of transition, just enormous gratitude, enormous learning and growth, and such a dedicated, incredible team of people. I don't need to say that to all of you, you already know that. Just thinking about 2552 with people and doing some learning during Kiddush and the religious school with Mayor and of course my Kita Bet students last year. I really hold a lot of the learning we did together. And our Yad students this year, such a treat, even though we had to move online, we did it and we just jumped into it. Of course, my HCT volunteers, who I am constantly blown away by the chesed and giving and love that you just pour into this community, and is such a pillar of Emunah. And it's not a given in every community. And Linda, and it is something that will forever be a part of me. And my Hebrew college crew, there's such a nice Emunah Hebrew college crew. Alan, I see you waving your hands, and Sharon and Lena, and it's been such a treat to have the crossover there. And I'm grateful for that. And the Wisdom Project, which I still have on Sunday, all of that wisdom that I have gleaned from each one of you, I'm just so grateful for. And then also just thinking about the holy work of the Chaver Kadisha, which is, again, tangent, not exactly part of Emunah, but so many Emunah members that I've had the opportunity to do that work with, and who have taught me so much there. And then just events of thinking about Shabbat and weekday services. I started with you on Yom Kippur, which feels really special and holy. Kiddush, afternoon movies with people, bar and bat mitzvahs that we've shared, Panera dates, lots of Panera dates and taking over that area of the shul, Brookhaven visits and flowers and visiting members there, and of course brunches down memory lane, really thinking of Maylee and my time with Fred, which was really spectacular and special. And so I'll just say again that the Torah that you have taught me and that I'm bringing with me, and hopefully that I have left with you, will be with us both forever, and that it was just mutually beneficial growth and learning and love. And this is really a community of love, of lay leadership, of chesed, and not one that I will ever take for granted. And I hope that you all as a community can recognize just how spectacular you are. And I look forward very much to continuing our relationships. And please, when it is appropriate, come visit me in New York. And I look forward to coming back to Emunah and feeling right back at home with you and with the Torah that you've given me. So thank you.